Hello! Seems we are live. Today we'll be playing Hooked on You. Gonna give people a few minutes to get here. Everybody's that planned on being here is here, I guess. As a forewarning, I will not be doing voices like I normally do with other games, as I would have to talk for women and men. Not willing, at least not yet, to do voices for women. I was talking about on stream.
Oh,
It is Friday.
you're right.
So I'll see you on stream.
Yes.
You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscapes around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? Need a minute or can I go on? I can give you a minute. We've got we've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. And an eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa! Not now, Ocean. Sorry, Michael. Michael, may I continue? Please, go on. Okay, then as I was... Okay, this is pretty funny. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares at you, up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? I would run away from that. You turn away from this wretched sight and begin to run, but the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you run, you get nowhere. Exhausted, you stop and look behind you, your footsteps erased by soft blue waves. You turn inland, considering your lack of options. You've got no choice but to walk into the brush. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There's nothing inviting about the shadowy forest. Terror freezes you in your steps. Why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little bit of fun. Take charge of your own experience. Well, that was sure weird. That voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. Voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Huntress, the buff, Russian. Wraith, the bitch. Spirit, the pale lady. Trapper. I can almost guarantee Trapper's a himbo in this. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed. Let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. Ray, if you have to ask that, come on. What do you do? Let's toss it back. Bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. You give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. I wasn't expecting this to be as much of a joke as it actually is. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps, maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Blech. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. You snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Also, it's between the two women. That's all I can say. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give them too much away. But at the same time, damn! They're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Michael. You were made for this. Well, geez. The spooky ocean voice says not to be scared. I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seeks to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? That means they're here to do more than distract from my total domination. I was right. That sign means he was done with the game, too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why the slackjaw moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill him or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. What is that pose? Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Michael, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a time quiz, and it'll be very important later. Why? Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I'm pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd, another normal meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flight, for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not that all that's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? What the fuck is a mustelid? I'm gonna have to look this up real quick. No! They're like, ferrets. Out of those, I'd have to go for a mustelid. Mustelid's 100%. Be honest, you have no idea what a mustelid is, and you're just hoping it's some secret answer that results in a hilarious Easter egg, right? Because there is no Easter egg, it's just another word for ferrets and stuff like that. What's your favorite color? No! They don't have my color. I'll go for blood red. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? I'd have to say nightclub promoter out of these, because I like to work. Definitely nightclub promoter. Everyone groans, and let's be honest, they're right to do so. Luring folks into the dark, not just anyone could do that. Best flavor of ice cream? Where's flesh? Chocolate. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I've ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream, am I right? Well, Courtney cannot eat mint, so I don't get to eat it. Hold on a second, this reminds me. I'm right. Always, it's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Teaching lessons now, narrator. Rascal, kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even your face for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Best flavor is chocolate. Got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right, I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? The best flavor is chocolate. In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. I'm gonna choose a different one. We get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade, these damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream, chocolate, blah blah blah. Best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. Think you're gonna do just fine. Now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I think the Trapper is either a boomer or Gen Z. No, yeah, Boomer. Boomer typer Gen X. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Looks like Stone fell asleep or is busy. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Wow, that's crazy. It's almost like that did happen. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is. You know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. Welcome, Gothbones. Talking about Trapper or Spirit? That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ooh. Really? That's disgusting. Ray, that's so weird. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Fair, I'll give you a... Huntress is... Nah. So far, she's leading in what I want. Stop speaking entirely... Actually, the first time ever I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? That's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. I don't want to be on the yacht. So... let's go to... lounge. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who'd want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day? It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold up. So we got Claudette and Dwight out here with them. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Oh. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy. but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. Least you could do is allow us to do our job. Most you could do is help us get off the side. Fight. Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I could help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? With them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. Seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right. That. Yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out, very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though, trust me. You wouldn't want to go there with all the money that... With all that money comes lots of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them, not like that other island. So what it'll be? The lounge. You want to go to the lounge? Finally! Freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but... Turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight, who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. Right. So what will you be having? I'll go for virgin daiquiri. I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a daiquiri? I know how to make that. But skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. Trapper snickers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We don't need to soak ourselves in booze. Just please someone else's expectations, if you ask me. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. You'd never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from the man wearing a doll's face as a mask. Not a doll's face. Jerk. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? Little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine? Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. He thinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, a warm sand beneath the cool fog, beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction, or none. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Michael, what's your desert island book? The one you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because it's an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? I already know too much about these, but I have literally nothing. I know nothing about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so I'll go for them. You know, I really enjoyed the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've always felt like I had this other person living inside me. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sounds like a fun one. I love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Not because I'm dumb. Never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have a best friend that wasn't more than just a rock with a face I'd drawn on it with dried blood. Also, Ray, I have read none of them. But Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is the only one that I haven't heard pretty much anything about. Till we meet again, Roxanne. Huntress looks out towards the horizon, and there's a moment of silence among the group. You tell it to me sometime. I might not be able to read books by myself, but I love being read to, especially when someone does all the voices. It's not really a story about friendship exactly, but who cares? Of course I'll tell it to you. It's quite a thrilling tale. Not just anybody could pull off quality narration all the time. Take it from me. You don't even need to read. You could just make it up and it'll still be fun. Sometimes, when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at the photos on the wall and come up with little stories to go with the pictures. It's a fun game we could play together. Abandoned house. Why are they abandoned? Huntress giggles and gives you a playful little wink. I don't know. Usually when I find the folks who abandoned them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Okay. Huntress is currently selling me on her more than Spirit is. Before you know what's going on, the Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Why are you here? Great idea. Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who's this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay, I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. Let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view, public eye. Real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Michael, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing. But no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. No! No! I wasn't expecting it to stop immediately upon me clicking stop. You got Trapper, you two are meant to be. Psych! You actually have to spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Now get your spin on. Ah, damn it. Got Wraith. Got Huntress. Got Huntress. No! No! Wraith is your true match. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach. Wait a minute, what did that achievement even mean? Okay, just casual minigamer. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Wraith, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Wraith takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. You try and lock lips in this state. You might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Wraith, we... Look, you're great, but also terrifying. Did he just steal your line? I want to be kissed by you, but, well, I'm maybe not even sure how... Is that sad? Great, now I look sad. Well, the tropical shorts fit. You make me happy to be around, I think. I'm still so new, all of this. We can figure it out together. Really? Really? I'd like to get to know you, and, you know, kissing things sounds great in theory. It sure doesn't sound, painful. So then, for now, Wraith reaches out and gives you a vigorous handshake. We're acquaintances, going on friends, going on lovers. I'm sorry. Ugh. Great handshake, by the way. Really? Truly. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. Well, Ray, to disappoint you, I did not kiss the man that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on the island. But dinner's being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. When there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. Arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. White and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great. Terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected-ster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Michael. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true? Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey, Michael, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Dwight looks so fucking tired. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broadaxe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes. I swear it's like we're all completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep-swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Ops. The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please, I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey Michael, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. No way! They killed Felix Richter for this? Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole, they once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it, when they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea, we'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist to, Okay, so this one's just a skill check. You ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Ready. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. 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 Gee! Flawless? That was possibly the sexiest thing I've ever seen that didn't involve a dismemberment. Maybe we should skip dinner. Settle down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And remember, Michael didn't show all your cards just yet. You don't want them to expect anything. Dinner is finally served. For real. Hey, I got the hardcore minigamer. Sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? It's obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Paladin and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. It's only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? Two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Michael. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. You see how deep this cut is on my abdomen? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you, you're not eating, they don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you tell them? Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't, that's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame, Mr. Rack. Yeah, she's right, Michael. Pretty lame. Own who you are, never compromise. Didn't you wash up on the island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh. He just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. Oh wait, you haven't eaten. You can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. Only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Alright, good night, Ray. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. The one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I like, some of them I did not. In your best interest to make more choices that I like, but the choices might be yours to make, but they're mine to reward. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Sir? Oh. I could literally save at any point. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out... One second. Look out into darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean. Or maybe it has always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I always will be alone. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean and is looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone? Together. It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible. Pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone. And be the perfect student, the perfect employee. Perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. My purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right, but I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop, and now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, just a lot of fire. Dragon, just fire. A raging inferno, in fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon? Sorry, but you're no dragon. I'm breathing fire. That's some Hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole nother level. It's like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. Quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new dangers popped up on the strange island, only to find that it's White and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. It means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity! It's Monday. Wraith is about to get his scary story. It is his favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out? Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! You try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood. Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names who even knows any names, not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who's he even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so, Michael, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Let's go with Huntress. I choose you, Huntress! Whoa, whoa, the entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting. Beautiful. Her voice, the last relic of her humanity, lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there, for what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs, but these toys did nothing to quell the children's fears. In the days, girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. See a tear creep down from underneath Huntress' mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one. Tucked with your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to the stirring moment. He'll snatch you up between his teeth, if on the bed's edge you sleep, and drag you to the forest deep beneath a quaking tree. Huntress can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep. Tuck so tightly you must keep, or he will come for you. The song ends and you are both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayu Bayushka. The old Soviet lullaby, right? It is the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go, the memories. There's so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of these cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who would? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Unfortunately, it seems that I'm dozing off right here. So, looks like I will be ending the stream a tad early today. But thank you all for showing up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!